Assassin's Creed Shadows had a big old Twitch presentation on Thursday afternoon on their big 1.1 million subscriber, I guess, follower, whatever. They got like 1.1 million whatever's over on Twitch, okay? We'll get into how many people were watching and paying attention to that stream all in due time, but there was some interesting information coming out that leads us to believe that, yeah, it looks like that March 20th, 30th anniversary of the sarin gas attack release date, it's gonna get hit, because at one point in time, you know, the folks over at Ubisoft realized that we just gotta rip off this band-aid and, you know, deal with the chips where they're gonna fall the rest of the year. And we've got PC specifications, okay? It's specifications, how about that one? And well, you take a look at this stuff and it looks like unoptimized slop, the same way that Star Wars Outlaws was. Wow, you spent all of that time delaying and delaying and delaying that project, all to release something that's only gonna run on some of the most expensive hardware. But hey guys, we got ray tracing, but if you want to play the game at, you know, 1080p 30, if you basically want to play the pixel port, you better have, you know, an 8 gig card, okay? Or if you want to play it, at 1080p 60, okay, you need a 3060 Ti. I beg your pardon? Or what if you're an enthusiast? What if you want that 4K FPS selective ray tracing experience? Crack out the 4070 Ti. Yo, what are we doing out here, bro? And I'm not even, you know, talking about CPUs or anything like that, because they're looking at some absolutely wild requirements in and of themselves. Not to mention, 16 gigs of RAM and a mandatory SSD. It's like, oh, okay, cool. For as much as people want to, you know, hold companies accountable for, you know, their woke storytelling, like just this unoptimized slop, if we can go ahead and, you know, get a different contingent of autists out there to really harp on these companies releasing these shoddy ports, like, can we go ahead and do that? I know that that's been a discussion for a long time, but this is, especially recently, like, this is getting completely out of hand. But this was one of the many things that was released, you know, over this goofy ass live stream that had 5,400 people watching it on a 1.1 million follower account, and then it ultimately, at its conclusion, getting 15,000 viewers. Like, what are we doing, dude? And also, if you're going to be showing off specifications, if you're going to be revealing some gameplay that is not at all setting the world on fire, you better be able to put on at least a competent stream. But this is just analogous for Ubisoft, full stop. Like, this game is going to be the end of their company, and the fact that they had a buggy Twitch stream that nobody watched, like, it's perfect. It really is. Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay Twitch stream shows buggy, bland game that put a no fear to rest. Yeah, exactly, because, well, now we're starting to hear the people that have got hands-on with the game, and, well, yep. A delay that cost Ubisoft an additional $20 million to improve and polish Assassin's Creed Shadows has done little to sway public opinion, as shown in recent stream on Twitch. The game heavily polarized and, let's be honest, widely disliked. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, there's small pockets that are out there going, actually, you haven't played it, and actually, Yasuke was like a big no. Most people, especially the Japanese, despise this game. Like, this is one of those things where you can go ahead and say, yeah, Assassin's Creed games have sold well in the past. Even the new rebooted Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla games, like, they sold in the tens of millions. I understand that. It's just this one's a different animal. It's a different beast. And they needed to do something special with this one in order to beat the rap, and it's just it ain't happening. Okay? Ubisoft's Twitch channel, which boasts over 1.1 million followers, barely managed a peak of 15,000 viewers. That's tough. The live stream was intended to highlight the game's new and improved gameplay polish, reportedly part of the additional $20 million investment. To make matters worse, during the stream, developers attempted to showcase a seemingly simple feature, dog petting animation. Oh no, whenever you deal with animals, oh no, that always happens. Oh, don't do that, that's tough. Ironically, yes, the animation bugged out, turning a moment into an unintentional metaphor for the game's troubled development. Rumors and leaks about Ubisoft's lack of qualified developers appear increasingly credible in light of such blunders. Yep, 50% of the dev team has never worked on a game before. Inspires confidence? I didn't think so. It also doesn't help that during the live stream, viewers in the comments pointed out how poorly written the dialogue was. Yep. How terrible the voice acting sounded. Yeah, that's the one thing. It's like, I already looked at the gameplay. I was like, pass. yes, okay, like the setting's cool, like feudal Japan, Assassin's Creed, it's been something that has been desired for a very, very, very long time, and then you bring us this, and then also we see the people that's working on it, and it's like, oh god, it's going to be written in crayons and drool, isn't it? And lo and behold, like many others, I have to ask, where's the improvement? Combat scene, system remains janky, the cutscenes are stiff, and the character models look unsettling while interacting with NPCs. Well, I mean, it's like, that's one of my favorite faces that Yasuke has ever pulled, and I would love to use it in more thumbnails for just like anything moving forward. It just looks so pathetic, right? And for it to have such ridiculous specifications, okay, geez, what? It's funny, okay, like we're on the Ubisoft page, right? And like they're still marketing with the Rabbids. Find that hilarious. Release another Rayman game, okay? You guys definitely need the help. But it all looks so pathetic, and even those wide-ranging vistas, they look so empty. There's a lot of fog, and fog used to be a way to hide, different texture pop-ins. Like, what's your excuse? Okay. Adding to the discontent are accusations of historical inaccuracies. No. Depending on the day, okay? According to Ubisoft, they want to be historically accurate, but they also want to take license with history. So it really doesn't much matter, okay? The inclusion of Chinese architecture in a game that is meant to represent feudal Japan. Also, stealing historically inaccurate banners, and then saying they're not going to include it in anything, but then sneaking it back in. Don't worry about any of that. These missteps raise concern about the depth of Ubisoft's research and respect to Japanese history, despite claims of extensive cultural consultation during development. Game has also been delayed, from from November to February, and now to March 20th. The new release date, however, coincides with the 30th anniversary of Tokyo's subway sarin attack. The attack isn't funny, obviously. Well, I'm sure it was a gas. It's just, like, this game is cursed, man. Now that people are getting its hands on it, okay, and Jake Baldino, like, I'm pretty sure the guy over there at Game Ranks, a YouTube channel I used to watch quite a bit, but most gaming channels on YouTube are kind of AIDS, so kind of fell off on that one. But he's played 4 hours of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and here's the thing, I could have pulled up any article, but I think that just simply this tweet ends up sufficing. Character differences feel distinct. It's nice to play as a full assassin. Unfortunately, I'm still not convinced. Oh, it's nice to play as an assassin in an Assassin's Creed game. All right. Still not convinced. Story and scenarios left me feeling bored. Oh, combat, while smooth, didn't grab me yet. Yep. Keep in mind, I'm notoriously picky with modern Assassin's Creed. Yeah, but we've seen it, and if you've been playing it for 4 hours, that's as long as some games used to be that used to get criticized appropriately. But if this is kid gloves on this, okay, if you felt bored, okay, that's one thing, okay, as somebody who plays a lot of games as Baldino does, you're telling me that it's once again just generic Ubi slop? We got a big problem. We got a huge problem on that one. Combat is smooth, but didn't grab me yet. Yeah, because it just looked bargain basement. So let me just tell me, okay? And I'm sure you will with this before you buy crap. Why is it's nice to play as a full assassin? That's what we're seeing out there. Oh my God, there's such feels and vibes, and that's why all of these, early access reviews I just always find are trash. But at least as it's pointed out, and as Grum's highlights, previews don't normally speak this frankly. Assassin's Creed Shadows is boring. Yeah, you can pull out a couple of things. You felt bored, and the combat wasn't engaging in 4 hours. Here's the thing: the way the games are developed, like they want to try to hook you as early as possible, so they're going to give you not the most intensive stuff quite yet, because that's still relatively early in games of this size and scope, but they'll be giving you enough access to mechanics that'll at least show you that there's progress on the horizon. Like, I can still remember sitting down and playing Assassin's Creed 2 and all the things that you got access and everything that Ezio could do, and that was fun as hell. But if you're telling me that it's boring and it's not fun to play, I think we got, and as Pirate Nation points out, we got a Dragon Age Veilguard situation on our hands, and he's got quite the spreadsheet that's right there of a whole bunch of people going, oh my God, guys, I played roughly, just pulling out Games Radar, roughly played 7 hours of the Veilguard, has calmed whatever fears I had, and I'll suspect I'll do the same. Everyone else in a similar boat at full release. Right, guys? It's fun to play as an assassin. Combat feels good. The RPG system have surprising depth. The entire game is just giving me more than I expected. It's fun to do certain things, but we won't get into certain aspects. It's almost like the Access Media has taken off the kid gloves because they ended up getting bitten by their overwhelming praise of the Veilguard, and they might be slow to the revelation that Shadows is crap, so that they don't have to wait the customary 30 to 60 days to come out and express their real and genuine opinions. So yeah, let's just hope they're being honest about Shadows. But in the meantime, when we get around to Avowed, I mean, like this game right here, if we're going to be making any comparisons to the Veilguard, everything that I'm seeing coming out of this kind of tells you that, oh boy, it's going to be a rough year for open world games, huh? Thank God Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is here to save everybody from the overwhelming amount of boredom. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.